The parent, it's awfully important, and sometimes they're not seen maybe because they're in the background. I have 2 girlings, 2 of them still continue to play all the way up. Tara plays with the junior ladies, and then Aileen plays with the senior ladies team. We always felt that if they were involved, that was our pastimes. We just went with them to the football matches, get the dinner ready, and they'd be eating it in the car, heading to training or heading to a match, because we'd be just running from one thing to another. We'd very little electricity bills because we were never here to have electricity on. You know, it's lovely just to have the house decorated with Christmas bits and pieces, as opposed to having maybe flags outside or whatever. You know, it's a different decoration. Not busy on the pitch, but it's probably busy then in the clubhouse. And I love when it starts back again in January. Most parents do. We're just waiting to get back out on the field. Any smell of a match anywhere, and we're gone to it. We go all over the country with both Mayo ladies and Mayo men. They've actually been a very, very successful team, the senior ladies, since 2014. So obviously they started off in junior and they progressed into intermediate, and then they progressed into senior. So the biggest goal is to try and is to win the senior. I suppose Carnacon had a huge hold for the last number of years. They've been trying hard to get to that level, and they successfully got there this year. I just sometimes say lucky, but I suppose they're a dedicated bunch of girls, and they were a very determined bunch of girls. This year, the place was just a sea of green and white. And knowing that my daughter was involved in that, it's great just to see it. Once we won the county final, anything after that was a plus. Some year, it will be lovely to beat Kilkerran and Clonberne, because they're obviously the pedestal. Okay, we got beaten, and we got beaten well, but they were a lovely team after the girls lost out that day. That's the biggest thing for me. It's the disappointment of, I've nowhere to go next weekend. I've no match to go to. The parents were all there to go out on the pitch. They'll hug the same as if the win or lose. It's the same sort of an atmosphere, really. Aisling would be very practical. She'd just say, okay, it's a game of football. We go out to do our best. Tara, on the other hand, would be more sensitive. She'd get more upset about those sort of days. When you're sitting back and you're a parent, you give them the space to get over it. It's always, okay, now what's happening next? They don't dwell too much on what happened in the past, you just move on. If my kids are involved, it's important that I'm involved. No more than Aisling may have been able to say that her grandfather was involved in the whole founding of the Borrashul GA, that they'll be able to say, well, our mum and dad supported us. Any time that we went to any game, they were there. And even though they're 24, 25, they'll still ask you, Mum, are you going to our game today? They'll always ask that. It's lovely for me as a parent to maybe sitting on the sideline and some girl to come up and say to me, do you have this or do you have that? And I came without it. You could have a senior girls coming over saying, can you tie my shoelaces? And that's lovely. That, you know, it's lovely. It's a great community. That's what gives us the buzz out of Gaelic, out of LGFA, out of the whole thing. That's what gives us the buzz. The best days that we've had are the days that we've been on the pitch with our kids. Get out onto the field, get to know the managers, get to know the committees involved. You will get out of it what you put into it.